Happy Saturday. Hope y'all are doing all right. So this is like my third or fourth take on this, and I tried to sit down and be still this morning and talk, but I just don't have the ability to sit down and be still and talk. So I'm going to move around and walk around, and it is what it is. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a good morning this morning, Saturday. I just want to give y'all a little word of encouragement. And this last week, Natalie and I were put in a situation. We were faced with a decision that we were going to have to make, and option one was we just keep moving down the road we were moving down and just accept what was happening, or B, we could step into an unknown, make a decision to change some things, and that could be better, could be worse, really don't know, because it's the unknown, and the unknown is a very scary place sometimes. In those situations, what I've found is two things. Number one, they never move slow. Like these situations, at least for us, whenever we're faced with something like this, it's never a time when we can like, okay, cool. So we got this thing coming up like next month, and we'll spend the next 2 to 3 weeks kind of preparing and planning and organizing and setting up what we need to make sure that this transition is smooth and happy and perfect. That would be great, but it never works like that for us. When we buy a car, it's literally like a one-day experience. We go from, I think we need to buy a car, and then we have a car. When we bought this house that we're in, it was like super fast. When everything that we seem to come across, when it's a major life-changing decision, it happens so stinking fast. And that is honestly, it scares Natalie to death. For me, it's a rush. It's scary, but it's a rush. So we were faced with one of these decisions last week, and so I think it was Wednesday morning. We got a phone call, and it was like, okay, decision time. And we were like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then by Friday morning, the decision was made, but it was not made just out on a whim. It was made out of a place that we have come to live in, where we trust God with our lives more than we trust anything else. We see God move, and we throughout the Word you see this. We see God move in our lives, and we trust that sometimes we don't understand everything that's going on, but He gives peace where there is no peace. And when one door is slamming shut, He's faithful to always open another door, and He's faithful to always be there and always take care of us, and He's always speaking to us. And if you just stop, slow down for a minute and listen, He'll guide your steps, and He'll make sure that whatever door it is that you're walking through is the door that He's wanting you to walk through, and He'll be there to guide you and protect you throughout the whole thing. And this is what we have come to understand. This isn't like, just a one-time, happened last week phenomenon. This is something that we have, over the course of our adult lives, we have learned to hear that voice and to trust that voice, and to know when it's God moving us in a direction and when it's not God moving us in a direction, because not every time does the door open that we think should open. But when we just stop, because I'm one that I'm so like, sometimes I like to move on a whim, sometimes I don't like to move on a whim, but like I find myself sometimes when I'm like, oh my gosh, we need to do this, but then it's like within just a short amount of time I'm like, never mind, that wasn't God, that was just Earl wanting something new, not a good thing. But when God is in it, you feel it, you know it, you'll hear His voice, you'll see Him moving. If you just stop, calm yourself down, chill out for a second, and just look for Him. Look for Him in every situation, and He'll show you where He's at and where He's moving you to, and He'll be faithful to carry you through these times and move you into the place that you're supposed to be in. So my word of encouragement today is just to trust Him, slow down, enjoy the ride for for lack of better terms, just enjoy the ride that he's got us on, and he will be faithful. And if you'll just listen, he'll be faithful to guide us in everything that we have going on, and he'll always be right there with us. I love you guys. I hope y'all are having a great weekend. Can't wait to see y'all again. Can't wait to worship with y'all again. Love you all.